Great Britain a draw, and if this young fella puts the football together today, he could be a very important asset to Hull. He's a lad who he blows hot and cold, and if he does happen to put it all together at once, well, I think there can be big problems.
Yes, big problems, I think, but nevertheless, Wayne Proctor there, number 11, hasn't been in the Hull side at the beginning of the season, but forced his way back. And David Watkinson, again, led out by another little mascot. I'll bet that little lad's cold. Let's see if he can kick it any better. No. But at least it's another proud day for this little lad. Hull KR have had problems, as we said earlier, with the side, but a very strong side. Only, I think, Chris Burton, the Great Britain second row, missing from the lineup. And one man that the Rovers fans will really be pleased to see is this man, Gavin Miller. He was awarded the Rugby League's Player of the Month by a national newspaper just before the kick-off. Here he is receiving the trophy, and he's certainly established his reputation, Alex, since he came from Australia, hasn't he?
Oh yes, I would think he's probably one of the best loose forwards that's ever come from Australia. He's a very, very hard man. He plays the game hard. He gives knocks and takes knocks and doesn't ask for anything in return. It'll be down to him today and Stephen Norton who wins this game.
Yes, should be an interesting battle between those two number 13s. Referee Robin Whitfield here, about to get this Silk Cut Challenge Cup first round match underway. Looking resplendent in his new kit. He was telling me before the game he's had all his kit and his boots stolen from a recent car theft, so he's breaking some new kit in today. In fact, Robin has just returned from a refereeing stint in Australia in the summer. I'll bet he wishes he was back there. The temperatures at the moment out on that pitch. But the pitch, Alec, is certainly very soft, isn't it?
Yes, the pitch is excellent, and the crowd are in excellent voice, Ray, and it should be a magnificent game. I just hope that you know, the slippery conditions don't stop the amount of talent on display showing their values.
Hull then from right to left, kicking off on our screens there. Traditional jerseys, the black and white, regular hoops. And a long kick. Gary Clark's first touch of the ball, and that was a good tackle. Very good tackle from Fred Arcoy, playing scrum half for Hull. I think we'll see a lot of hard tackling, a lot of hard work here from these two packs. Referee Robin Whitfield, yes, in straight away, pointing to the dressing room, says, look, I want good tackling. Both of the coaches were saying this morning, Roger Millward for Hull Kingston Rovers and Ken Fuchs for Hull, that they felt that whichever pack got on top was going to take this game. But I don't think either coach, when they walked on here early this morning and saw the snow, felt that the conditions would be quite as good. Tap penalty, Watkinson to Harkin, to Miller. Oh, an interception by Steve Evans. Can he go the full length of the field? Could we see a dramatic try? Oh no, magnificent tackle. Magnificent tackle from David Laws. Try-saving tackle if ever there was one. But Hull on the attack. And I think this is one of the beauties of this match. There are so many match winners in this game. Hull driving in, Lee Crooks, and another interception. Well, Alec, John Doherty showing what one standoff can do, I can do.
Yes, and that to me, Ray, should have been 6 points on the board for Hull, because Steve Evans, he did exceptionally well by taking the ball. But if you look to one side of him, he had Fred Arcoy absolutely screaming for the ball. I think if they just released it, it was all over with.
Rovers then, still in possession. David Watkinson to Emma. Oh, well taken by Gary Kendall. Bad slip, well out from Johnston. And a penalty. Yes, referee Robin Whitfield indicating offside. Certainly, I think we should see a lot of loose ball. It's very greasy out there. Hull to put to touch. Hull youngster Paul Eastwood just quite content to put the ball into touch, not really looking for much ground. Jeff Gerrard, the number 10, very big man for Hull from the Penrith club in Australia. Yes, Gary Crone. I think this whole defence, OKR defence, getting up very, very quick, Alan.
Yes, I think they realise that they've not got to allow Hull to move the ball about, but loose balls really going to play a big important part in this game, because it's very, very slippy underfoot, and the players that take the loose balls, you'll find out that they control most of the game.
And it looks as if the touch judge already on the field. Yes, Mr. Milburn, the touch judge from South Enfield in London, one of the rising touch judges now, coming from the amateur game in the south. Well, he's not travelled all that way in the snow for nothing, making his presence felt very early. And a penalty to Hull Kingston Rovers. Well, Alec, I think Mr. Milburn saw something we couldn't see.
Yes, it seemed something and nothing to me, Ray. It's just one of those things that sometimes touch judges see something we don't see. He's given for punching, and young Billy Mallinson can't afford to be giving any penalties away with this kind of goal kick in which John Doré has been in.
Yes, and it should be a straight forward kick for a kicker of John Dorahy's ability. Straight in front of the post. 34 yards out. He's in good form, John Dorahy. He's kicked 72 goals this season. An early 2-point lead with just 5 minutes of play gone would be put his side in a fortunate position. And he does. So Hull Kingston Rovers then, John Dorahy, 2 points to 0. A good crowd assembled here for this match, all ticket match. The attendance has been limited with the ground and safety regulations this last 12 months. To Phil Hogan. Miller. Good forceful tackle there from Lee Crooks. Certainly both these sides trying to get the ball away, and in fact making one pass too many. Fred Arcoy lurking there in the background, picks up that pass. Sun streaming down on these players. Billy Mallinson at 9, the acting half-back. To Norton. Interesting to see this number 13 enveloped in red and white shirts. Hull Kingston Rovers know this man's skill, they know Norton's craft. Can't let him go an inch. Yes, and it looks as if Crooks has lost it. But at least he's gained a scrum. This solid defence of Hull Kingston Rovers coming up very, very quickly, Alec. And causing these knock-ons.
Yes, and this is always the part of Hull Kingston's game, Ray. They're a very, very strong pack, and they know that Rugby League Cup title is 80 minutes, and it's a cup football and not a league football. And you'll be finding out that they'll be doing the tackling and defending on Hull making mistakes.
Yes, and an offside decision there, and I think we can see the rivalry between these two loose forwards. I think with these two loose forwards, Miller and Norton on Humberside, it's the star and the heir apparent in Miller. And I don't think Steve Norton wants to relinquish his title if Humberside's number one loose forward. A lot of rivalry. Good kick from George Fairbairn. Rovers first attacking this 25-yard to Harkin. Watkins. Oh, another one of those passes. And again, this is stupid. This is silly. I think, Ali, one or two of these younger players have got to settle down.
Yes, and we don't want a game of punches. You know, there's too much talent on this field, Ray, to start having slugging matches. And I think we'll find Lee Crooks here. He might be one of the people who Robin Whitfield give him a warning this time and say to him, listen here, sunshine, next time you two are going to have early bath. And I think you'll find out there'll be no answering back from these two.
Yes, it takes experience to win cup ties. Not this sort of silly impetuosity. And already Gary Devotey coming on for Fred Arcoy. Now this presents an interesting problem because Hull had two substitutes on the bench and they were both forward substitutes, Devotey and Neil Puckering. And it looks as if Devotey's going to scrum half. Yes, referee Whitfield telling the Hull Kingston Rovers pack he wants them coming in straight. In Rugby League, a pack must form parallel to the touchline. And a good kick. That could be a problem now for Hull, Alec, with Devotey having to come on.
Yes, and it surely must give Hull Kingston Rovers scrum half Paul Hawken a lot of confidence, because Gary Devotey is probably the first 15-stone scrum half that we'll see in Rugby League. Obviously he's not got the techniques to play around the scrum there, but he's there just to throw the ball in and hope we get it out.
Devotey, back to Devotey. To Norton. Oh, that's a good pass, but that's a silly one. Both sides at the moment making that one extra pass that's not going to hand. But it's nice to see both sides, despite it being the first round, opening the ball out. Good tackle again from Crooks, round the legs, copybook tackle. Harkin misjudging the kick there, dead. But we've seen Paul Harkin many times putting those long raking kicks in, punishing sides. Just didn't have the accuracy with that one. Trevor Skerritt, nice to see Trevor Skerritt, this Hull number 8 back in the fray again. Has had a lot of trouble with knee injuries. Jeff Gerrard. To Crooks. Oh, that's a good punishing kick. Oh, beautiful kick. Pinpoint accuracy. Takes Hull 5 yards from the Hull Kingston Rovers line. Very calm, cool customer, this man, Lee Crooks. Still only 21 years of age, yet won all the medals possible to win. Great Britain pack start. Hull Kingston Rovers still that 2 points to nil lead. It looks as if youngster Paul Eastwood took a knock in the middle of the back now. And obviously a foul tackle in the middle of the back, because Robin Whitfield has awarded a penalty to Hull. One of those difficult spots right in the small of the back. Big crowd here assembled to see this match. Scramble for tickets on Humberside to get in. He looks to be recovering. Meanwhile, Lee Crooks. A difficult kick. Difficult to keep your feet on this slippery surface. There was a hint of a slip there, I think, too, from Lee Crooks. No goal, so still 2 points to nil to Rovers. Still concern about that tackle, but back to the game. Hull using these two big prop forwards, Gerrard and Skerritt, to drive the ball down the middle, bring in the Hull Kingston Rovers defence, then move it wide. No. Gerrard it is. Dropped it. And the sixth tackle coming up. Well, I think a high ball could cause problems here if it was put up, but no, they're moving it. Well, a silly time to pass the ball out, Alec, I think.
And, well, it's really bad on James Lulai, who's a very established international there, and I think it's important now that one side establishes control on this game, because there's been a lot of loose balls and really not a lot of football. The ground is very, very slippy, and I think the side that scored the first try will be well in control.
15 minutes gone, still 2 points to nil, and another lost ball to Mallinson. Playing in only his second game, this lad, number 9, the hooker Mallinson. A lot of pressure on him. To Gerrard. And another penalty. I think referee Robin Whitfield here is showing his experience. He's putting his hand up there. He's indicating 5 yards, that the Hull Kingston Rovers players were not 5 yards back. But I think what he's doing here is giving 1 or 2 penalties. He's stamping his presence on this match. He's settled down the 1 or 2 roughhouse tactics in the first couple of minutes, and he's settling his name on this match. Mallinson. Both of these packs of forwards still sorting themselves out. Tremendous tradition of forward play here on Humberside. Both sides had good packs in their days. The whole side of Whiteley, Drake twins, the Tommy Harris, and Flanagan, Foster and Bill Holiday for Rovers. Great tradition. Oh, but that's a good ball and an equally good tackle from Gary Prone. Gerrard again. I think Hull, Alec, overdoing this a little bit with these two forwards, Skerritt and Gerrard.
Yes, I think what they realise there is in the Hull side is that they're playing to the strength, which is obviously the pack, but the way Hull Kingston are tackling, I think I'd have to vary them tactics, because they've got some pace outside with Dane O'Hara and Lulai, and I think we've got to see these fellas running with the ball more.
George Furlong. Good play there from David Laws, coming in, taking the ball at the acting half-back, allowing his pack to get back. Miller very keen to get this ball played to Doherty. Superb tackle. Gary Prome followed his Kiwi teammate Gary Campbell straight across, took him out round the legs. Mullins. Well away. Devoted. And I think the fear in midweek was that with the frost and the snow, this ground might be rock hard. I think we're in for a glue pot in the second half.
I think also, Ray, that one or two of these lads have got to start changing the tactics, like exactly that. Little chips over and putting the ball through, because unless there's going to be an interception try, I cannot see anybody on this field going, the full length of the field.
Harkin to put the ball in. And David Watkinson, the Great Britain hooker, takes the possession. Back to Emma. Good, strong, ex-local Colt, this lad, Zouk Emma. Harkin. Back to Harkin again, looking for one of those raking kicks, and he gets it, and a good one. I think we'll see more of that tactical play from Paul Harkin as this game progresses, saving his pack a lot of effort, a lot of work. If you're a forward, nothing better than to walk 50 yards upfield to the scrum rather than charging up with the ball.
I think there was a little bit of cheek there also with Paul Harkin, and knowing that Devote is not a scrum half, he actually asked him, could he have the ball to throw it in, Ray? Which is a little bit cheeky, to say the least.
Well, you should know all about those tactics round the scrum, Ali. And Devote puts the touch. Just that one John Doherty penalty goal, keeping Hull Kingston Rovers in the lead, 2-0. Hull still driving down with these two prop forwards. With offside. I think in these conditions, a good referee needs to be very strict on the offside rule. Can't afford to have these two packs of forwards at each other's throats. Keep them wide apart. That's how we'll get a game. So a chance for Lee Crooks then. 28 yards out, just to the right of the post. Already missed his first one. It was a difficult kick. And there's another miss. Well, I think those kicks could be vital in the second half.
Yes, and also you can't believe a lad can kick a goal like he kicked for Great Britain and actually missed 2 goals, which I think he'd have kicked in his sleep. But this is what it's all about on the day, Ray. He might have a few nerves. He's only 21 years of age, and anybody can make mistakes, but he's certainly got to get his kicking boots on.
I think in all fairness, Alec, there's a very greasy surface out there. 1 or 2 inches of the grass on the top side. Very, very slippy and very difficult to get a footing for a goal kicker. Steve Evans. Cost Hull £70,000, this lad from Featherstone 3 years ago. Yeah, it's a high tackle. think Phil Hogan, yes, he nods. He knows it was. Penalty.
And Robin Whitfield, Devoted with the ball now, drives in, and Phil Hogan just smacks him round. I think he might have when he gets out of that, find a few teeth missing in that one.
Hull to take the tap. To Crooks. Oh, nice little move. Hoping to pull the Hull Kingston Rovers towards this blind side of the play, but not succeeded. To Norton. Certainly a danger man, this Steve Norton. 2 and 3 tacklers every time he's in possession. Norton again. Well, it's knockout. Should have been a ball that should easily have been taken by Steve Evans. I don't think he was expecting it, though. And a very difficult sum in these players' eyes. Yes, a penalty again. Not coming in straight. Referee Robin Whitfield's insistent upon this, Alan.
Yes, he's in charge, and what he says goes, Ray, and he's a very experienced referee, and I think he's right. He asked him to make a mark, he walked away from it, and he rightly penalised him.
Yes, and I think on these sort of conditions, very greasy underfoot, you do need two packs coming in straight at each other, otherwise you end up with a pile-up. Paul Harkin then, to Miller. Looking for the deep ball, looking for Mike Smith, coming through very, very deep, but didn't come through hard enough. Harrison. One of the Hull Kingston Rovers' younger forwards, just making his way in the game. Well, Hull Kingston Rovers once had a man called West who scored 11 tries for them in a cup tie way back in 1905, but I doubt whether we'll see 11 tries from anyone on this Rovers side on this pitch. These are the more effective tactics, these grubber kicks through the cover by Harkin. I think the difference there, Alec, between a little man and a big man getting down for the ball.
Yeah, I think the difference is where one's a scrum half and one's a prop forward, and once you get another man changing to a different trade, that's what you get. But looking at Hull Kingston Rovers now, they look to me, Ray, as if they let this ball move, they've got that extra yard in pace.
John Dorahy. And this certainly is the drier part of the ground. This is where you could play your rugby. But these passes still going astray. James Lulawai. Not really seen much of this midfield partnership of Lulawai and Schofield. Evans, Devoted, to Crooks. Good running from depth by Lee Crooks. Good second row play, coming from 6 or 7 yards behind the ball carrier. Crooks again. All well picked up by Clark. This is the man, Gary Clark. Every time he seems to appear on our screens, he picks up a good try. Harkin to Johnston. Harkin, Dorahy again. Into the thick of things, these two half-backs, Dorahy and Harkin. clever, skillful little players. Well, a tackle there similar to the old Cumberland throw. To Mallinson. Well, offside again, and substitute already. Andy Kelly limbering up, coming on for Des Harrison. Harrison injured in the tackle, but Kelly, a very experienced forward, played all over the world, signed from Wakefield Trinity for £60,000 by the Rovers club, had a spell with Illawarra in Australia. A big lad. Proctor. To North. Hull still pursuing with these tactics of one-man forward drives, Alex.
Yes, I think Hull obviously are playing to the conditions and hoping that a break is going to come or a penalty is going to come, which has just happened there. But referee, good decision by Robin Whitfield here. What he's saying was, you've got to be 5 yards away from the play of the ball. They do this in Australia, and I think we'll find out that we start doing it over here shortly.
Yes, and I think Robin's had a spell in Australia last summer, didn't he, refereeing in Sydney and Brisbane. That's probably where he's got it in his head.
Oh yes, what he's saying is the man who is marking the ball is interfering with play, and he's not giving them, not retiring 5 yards. I think that is the correct decision.
So it's another chance then for Hull to equalise. And a change of kicker this time. Lee Crooks opting out, and Steve Evans having a go. Well, it's a high one, but it's still not accurate. So that's 3 penalties taken by Hull, 3 missed. Hartley, good ball to Miller. But an equally good tackle by Gary Schofield. Back to Harkin again, and offside again. Ten minutes to half-time, still that Dorahy penalty goal, keeping Rovers in the lead, 2 points to 0. Typical cup tie, very, very hard fought. The old saying in rugby league, it takes a pack of forwards to get you to Wembley. People tend to forget when we get to Wembley in May and it's a beautiful sunny day. These are the types of pitches you play the earlier rounds on. Hard, strong forwards are needed. To Harkin. That's a good ball to Smith, he's got it to Clark. Just couldn't get Gavin Miller over. Good cover coming back though there by Wayne Proctor. But Rovers still on the attack. Watkinson to Dorahy. Oh, that's a good ball. Phil Hogan just couldn't take it. And a penalty against Andy Kelly, stealing the ball when the referee had declared held. But a good chance there for Hulkinson Rovers, but good cover defence, especially that young forward Wayne Proctor got back for Hull, saved the day. And Eastwood giving his side a little rest.
think, Ray, we could do with a try in this game now, but I think both sides realise that if they throw the ball about one slip in these conditions, and that could be the road to Wembley gone for them.
Crooks, back to North. Oh, good dummy from Evans. Just couldn't get away. Good tackle by Hogan. Hogan followed him. He watched him. There was no way he was letting Steve Evans get away. To Lord. Oh, he beats two men. To Evans. Well, I think Paul Harkin really turned the ball back to the wrong side. It was more space on the open side. And Mr. Milburn from South Enfield spotted something again in the tackle. Yes, and it's Billy Mallinson tugging at the shirt, not letting him go. This lad playing in his first Challenge Cup tie, probably fired up. And a good kick from George Fairbairn.
I think this is a very, very important time now, Ray, for Hull Kingston Rovers to put some pressure on, because they're in the right position, and we're coming into the time of the game where a try just before half-time really strokes you up for when you come out.
Yes, 6 minutes of the half-time. Zucam driving in. Rovers, I think, as you say, Alex, sensing that try. Gavin Miller. Neither of these two loose forwards yet managed to stamp themselves on the game. To Hogan. Watkinson. 10 yards from the Hull line. Harkin. Oh, that's a neat chip by Doherty. Clark's under it, but no, in the snow. A little bit too far. Roger Millward in the right-hand corner there, puffing away with the glasses. He's experienced many a final, though. 13 finals in his career. And don't Hull look very, very sad. Kenny Fuchs there, the new coach. Possibly a very nervous occasion for him. His first Challenge Cup in charge. Good pass from Devoted. Kemble. Got Schofield with him. To Evans. Crooks. Good ball. And the sixth tackle coming up. No, choosing to run. Oh, good dummy. Beautiful pass inside. But no, well judged by Fairbairn. Still going, wasn't put down. To Emma. Oh, good strong run from this lad. Only a youngster, one of the products of the Hull Kingston Rovers cult system. To Clark.
We've just heard the comment in the box from Zucam looking like the refrigerator, but I think he would find it difficult to play in these conditions because it's really, really slippery.
Oh, beautiful rugby there. Gary Clark, he's got Kemble inside him. Can he get in? No. No. Inches short. In fact, I think if he'd put that ball down, he could have been penalised for a double movement, but it's Rovers still on the attack. Paul Harkin. Tremendous piece of rugby from Doherty, that pass there to Smith. Gavin Miller driving in, and he's in. Yes, superb try from Gavin Miller. He sensed that the cover in midfield had gone, all the cover had been sent across to stop Gary Clark in the corner. It took 2 or 3 players. A gap in the middle when the ball came back, and there was Gavin Miller, the right man in the right spot, and 6 points to 0 for Rovers now. Good play from Gavin Miller, positioned himself in the right spot. There was a big gap in the middle there, one could have driven a truck through it.
Well, this is where it all started from here now, with a lovely quick play of the ball here. Gavin Miller knows that there's 1 or 2 gaps bound to appear because Gary Clark's almost trapped him in one place. Just look how strong this fella is, and that's a time to score.
And what should be an easy penalty for Doherty. Mr. Whitfield already signalled to stop the clock. Now start the clock. Makes no difference. 2 more points to Doherty. 8 points to 0 for Hull Kingston Rovers. And I think that 8 points will take some flowing back by Hull. And just as we were saying, Alec, a minute to go before the end of half-time, the right time psychologically to score.
Yes, and to be honest with you, Hull Kingston looked to always have that little yard in pace, and especially this Gary Clark. He's got electrifying pace, and once he'd done all the spade work and the groundwork, Gavin Muller, very strong lad, and just finished it off for him.
Follows Lee Crooks then. Straight to Muller. Well, somewhat of a suicide pass to Harkin there. To Kelly. And I get the feeling that these Hull Kingston Rovers forwards are running on the ball from much greater depth, 4 or 5 yards further back than the Hull forwards have been running onto it, and causing more problems.
Yes, and you also, Ray, when you get Paul Harkin driving them back like that just before half-time, he knows that all he's got to do is just hold them there before the Uta goes in. Roger Millwood can go in and say, well done, lads.
To Crooks. And I think that rebound indicated how close up to the passer of the ball there was Lee Crooks. These Hull forwards need to get more depth to run onto that ball. Into injury time now in this first half. Robbie Whitfield holding the scrums back just until he gets the ball there. Gary Devotee to put the ball in. Well, a heel against the head. But it doesn't make any difference. Yes, that's it. There's the half-time through to Paul Harkin, having it away with Robin Whitfield. But it's that try from Gavin Miller there, the 38th minute. 2 goals from John Doherty. 8 points to 0 for Rovers. They're in the driving seat. I think their supporters will be very pleased that they got all that snow off the pitch, but still a long, long way to go in this first round.
Yes, we'll be back there live for the second half. 1 half-time score in today's football, an early kick-off in division. Let's rejoin our commentary team now, Alec Murphy and Ray French.
Yes, just 8 points, Des, but I'm sure that Hull will put a lot of effort into this second half, and already with the news is that they're bringing on the youngster Neil Puckering for the injured Trevor Skerritt. But it was that one attack that Hull Kingston Rovers mounted, and especially the attack down this right wing. Good running from Gary Clark. How many times do we see him scoring when we're on the box? And it wasn't just the fact that he nearly scored, but he dragged the cover across that brought about the try. I think he may have been penalised for a double movement, in fact, if he had scored. And doesn't his elbow just look to have been in touch there? But nevertheless, the ball moved out, and this is where the gap comes. Gavin Miller stood in the right position. The Hull forwards had been moved across to the right wing. His strength, his size, and I think his pace here too takes him through. Good try from Miller. And I think, Alec, that Hull have really got to get this ball out to their centres. Lulawai and Schofield, they have the pace out there to do something, but it's very unfair, I think, to ask loose forward Gary Devotie to work as a scrum half.
Yes, I can understand why they haven't switched Stevie Norton, the Hull number 13, to scrum half, because he is a ball player, he can move the ball about, and in these conditions, obviously, Stevie's not at his best when he's going to go 80 and 90 yards, so he'd be better just using the ball. I think Hull have got a lot of thinking to do.
Well, 8 points down, thinking to do. James Noonan. I think that the Hull coach Ken Fuchs, on seeing the heavy state of this ground, may have thought that 2 forward substitute might have been the better, but of course nobody bargains for a scrum half like Fred Arcoy getting shoulder ligament trouble. Further to Miller. Nicely taking it away to the blind side, moving the play away from in front of the post. Good professional play that. No defending side wants to risk a penalty in front of the post. Oh, good ball from Dorahy to Kelly. Good strong run from Andy Kelly. Came on for Des Harrison, who was forced to leave the field. From what we understand is a broken arm just above the wrist. To Emma. 8 points doesn't seem much, Alec, but in a cup tie it's a lot.
Well, it doesn't seem a long way when you're 80 feet from the top of Mount Everest, but it must be, Ray, and under these conditions, where those concerned, it must feel like climbing Mount Everest again.
Oh, good dummy from Harkin. Got support. Kelly again. Still going. But a good tackle by Schofield. Rovers on the attack. Gary Crone. And I think this is the difference between Hull Kingston Rovers and Hull. Rovers more akin to throwing the ball about. Attempted drop from Fairbairn, but no. I think it will be very difficult to get a drop goal off the floor in these very heavy conditions, but well worth the attempt from George Fairbairn. Neil Puckering there, first touch of the ball, first run, but he loses it. And a bit of rivalry there between Harkin and Norton. And Harkin having a word with him. To Johnston. Oh, nice chip by Dorahy. Campbell's lost it. Good recovery from Gary Campbell. To Mallinson. Sensibly holding the ball there at the acting half-back position, allowing his team to regroup, resettle, get his forwards back in line. Gerrard. To Crouch. There's a knockout. And a penalty. A penalty against Lee Crooks. He doesn't like it. He's storming back, and referee Robin Whitfield going in back another 10 yards. Well, again, in a cup tie, you can't afford to give back chat to the referee.
Well, if there is a problem with Lee Crooks, this is what it is. Paul Harkin takes the ball. Lee seemed to have pushed the other man out of the way. It looked harmless enough. It's just cost him 2 points, and for back chatting as well, it's probably cost him 2 points 10 yards farther on.
Little attention there to Devote. He just looked as if he was getting the grease gun. Well, whatever it is, it's put him back on the pitch. And I think Lee Crooks there in a quieter, more reflective mood, probably thinking to himself, why did I open my mouth? It should be a straightforward kick here for Dorahy. Excellent kicker, this lad. Won many a goal-kicking competition in Australia where they have such competitions. No problems. Extra 2 points, taking Rovers out. 10 points to 0. And the home fans, I think, delighted with that.
I think, Ray, that is really the difference between the two sides. Discipline of Hull Kingston Rovers against a little bit of sloppy play from Hull, and then John Dorahy had 3 kicks, 3 goals. That makes a difference.
Gary Clark. Was a doubt over this lad as to whether he would play. He's had recurrence of shoulder trouble. Kelly. I think there's a little more vim though in this whole tackling at the moment. Harkin. To Miller. Hull Kingston Rovers, John Dorahy there, not really looking for touch, just quite content to force Hull back in their own 25-yard, and with tackling like that from Will Hogan, there's no problem. If you've got a good defence, you can afford to release the ball in your half, put it into the opposition and camp out down there. Good surge back from Lee Crooks.
I think Ray, with this game now, we'll know they've got to throw the ball about, but actually Hull Kingston Rovers are actually outthinking them. They know that they can tackle better with the ball. They know that Hull have not got as much pace, and they're making them make mistakes.
Luluai. Well, there's one lad with pace, James Luluai, and there certainly is some pace in the whole back division with O'Hara, Luluai, Schofield, but it's just not getting there. To Furman. Harkin. And this is one of the vital differences to me in this match, that these Hull Kingston Rovers forwards are driving onto the ball, coming from depth, but they've got a scrum half like Paul Harkin here now to play with. He's commanding the position in midfield. A little scrum half going up, taking the ball to the opposition, prompting play. And this is where Hull are lacking. Here's this little man again. Beautiful pass to Dorahy. Yes, play on, and a try. Yes, well taken by Andy Kelly. Good instinctive play from Kelly. I think one or two of the Hull players were looking for a knock-on, but it was play on. And what raptures he sent those red and white fans into. Excellent try, but again it was a half-back combination of Dorahy and Harkin who set up the play for this big forward.
and we've said this is what's been the difference between the two sides. The little general, a lovely ball here from Paul Harkin, skips round one man, skips round the other, beautiful ball, John Dolly in support, carries the ball through, holds it to the right hand, Jeff Gerrard back there, little bit unlucky, knocks the ball out of his hands, going the right way for Hull Kingston Rovers and for Kelly.
Yes, delight on Phil Hogan's face, but I think, Alec, we must have a little sympathy there for Wayne Proctor, who got in the way and knocked that ball forward.
Yes, that's the thing, what happens there when nothing's going right for you.
And John Doherty already 3 kicks to his credit, and there's the 4th. 16 points to 0 for Hull Kingston Rovers now. A lot of those Rovers fans worked very hard this morning, up at 8 o'clock here on the ground, shoveling the snow away. I think they'll think it's worth it now. And Hull, half an hour left to progress to the second round. To Miller.
It's amazing what a try does to a side rate, amazing what it does to a fella when he just scored a try. I don't think Gavin Miller's too pleased about that. I think he's saying, I've got the ball and what have I done wrong?
Well, he did something wrong, Alec. Paul Eastwood setting Hull on the attack, and they really need a try here if they're to get back into this cup tie. Mallinson looking for support. Lee Crooks, and I don't think anyone can accuse Crooks of not playing his heart out. This captain Lee Crooks certainly set an example. Devoted now, looking to open out the play. But there's the vital difference. Gary Devoted finding himself at the first receiver, where the scrum half normally is, to bring the forwards onto the play. And it's difficult for a loose forward to do that job. Zucam. And here's one scrum half who is doing the job. Beautiful pass out there to Mike Smith, to Clark. Holden. Harkin again. And the 6th tackle coming up now. To Doherty. That's a good kick. John Doherty picked his spot, looked to be shaping up to put a high ball onto Gary Campbell. The sun is in the player's eyes there, but saw the gap on that right wing, dotted the ball through. Keeps Hull Kingston Rovers momentum going. A lot of intelligence coming from these two Rovers half-backs, Alan.
Yes, I think the difference between the two sides really is the number 7 and the number 6 of Hull Kingston Rovers, Paul Harkin and John Doherty. They don't need to watch on either of both of them, but when they get the ball, they want to do things with it.
Steve Norton. Oh, good pass from Norton. The Hull 16 points to 0 down. Certainly got to pull something out of the fire now. Crooks again. Luluwa. That's a good ball to Wayne Proctor. Got a harder with him. Oh, good run from Proctor. Fine run from that second row forward there, but a good, equally good covering tackle from his other second row Hogan. Evans. Yes, another good kick. And I think what we're finding now in this second half, all the hard work of that first half, all the hammer that the forwards have given each other, slowing 1 or 2 people down, the gaps are coming now on the outsides. 1 or 2 of these cleverer footballers, like Harkin here, number 7, finding the gaps. Miller. Well, Gary Crone lost the ball. Steve North. Lulu. Hull opening it up a last. Schofield. Oh, very good ball there to Eastwood. But well covered. And still going by George Fairburn. Good full-back play and good wing play. Young Eastwood saw himself hemmed in, put the little chip kick in. But a very experienced full-back. And there's an experienced captain. Keeping the ball to himself, playing it down the blind side. Emma. Miller. Oh, good ball to Kelly. He's got Dorry on his outside, got to the wingman Laws. What a forward pass. Expression of regret there on David Laws, but referee Robin Whitfield right on the spot, and I'm sure absolutely correct. I think if Andy Kelly had looked to his right, John Doherty was there. He was in a better position than Laws. But instinct gave the ball to David Laws. Devotee to put the ball. And he gets it. Campbell.
I think, Ray, if Ilkeston Rovers had scored that try, I think it was good Mike Vienna, wasn't it, as regards as, this game was. But it started to snow now, and maybe it can improve Rovers' play.
Well, I should think those 16 points in the bag to Rovers now will mean for a lot. Snow beginning to come down. Good pass to Proctor. But certainly getting some fluent play now. Evans. Luluai. Well covered by Laws. And a good run by Laws. Harkin. Emma. And I think a tribute to the handling skills of both these sides. Very trying conditions. Soft mud underfoot and flurries of snow coming down all around them. Doherty. Smith. Just couldn't get the ball to Clark. And into touch. Coming down very, very thick now, and I think Ilkeston Rovers coach Roger Millwall will be a happy man with those 16 points in the bag. Hull never won a cup tie here at Craven Park since the Rovers club moved here in 1922, so still looking for that first win. And only 22 minutes to do it.
I think you'll find, Ray, that Kenny Foulkes will probably be praying that this game could be abandoned, because I think the way Ilkeston Rovers are going about it, that's the only chance they've got.
Good pass there to David Laws. To Miller. Doherty. Well, Alec, these Australians certainly revelling in the snow.
Yes, they've never seen snow before, but they're going to get at least for 22 minutes, Ray, because I can't see it relenting. But Ilkeston Rovers playing some magnificent football, far better side, and I can't see them not winning this game.
Hogan. Harkin. No, I think a little bit too far, and it is. Well, it looks to be George Fairburn picking it up, and it is George Fairburn picking it up. Snow really coming down thick here now, but I think most of this 9,000 crowd enjoying it, especially if they're Hulkinson Rovers fans.
I think, Ray, that must give you a lovely feeling out there when you've got snow coming down, belching in your face, and you're playing football like Hulkinson Rovers are playing. I think they must be enjoying every little bit of this.
There's certainly good handling, Alec. Peter Johnston. Just not getting the ball away. To Harkin. Miller. Oh, nice reverse pass to Kelly. Miller, is he going in? Watkinson, no. Just lost it. But excellent sleight of hand there from the forwards. Miller, Watkinson and Kelly. Big men, but still showing good passing skills. Luluan. And when you're 16 points down like Hull are, it's a long, long way to that Hulkinson Rovers try line. To Lee Crooks. No. I think it would break the Hulkinson Rovers chairman Colin Hutton's heart to have to come out again with a spade and clear more snow.
Ray, I think if you had the opportunity, I don't think he'd hesitate to be out there with it like a flash. But it's been a credit to everybody concerned about getting this game on. There's been some tremendous football, and even now at this stage, both sides are still throwing the ball about.
Watkinson. To Harkin again. Crone. Oh, that's a good break to Donaghy. Miller. Good combination here between loose forward Gavin Miller and the two half-backs for Rovers. Very good understanding. Harkin, Hogan, he's got it out to Clark. Just couldn't get in, had to take the high pass. But certainly Hulkinson Rovers putting Hull on the rack here. Well, Andy Kelly went to pass the ball without the ball, I think. And a penalty. Now what will Hulkinson Rovers do? John Donaghy is going across to take the ball, and he's going for goal. Will be a difficult shot, I think.
Yes, but he's also saying, well, we're 16 points in front. By the time I kick this goal, which he's been known to take his time quite a little bit, use another minute up, he knows there'll be another minute near to Wembley.
It's well out on the touchline. Using a very big mound of sand, could almost use a mound of snow there. No really strong wind out, the snowflakes just blustering, floating about. Already shown his kicking ability, 4 already in this match. Oh, it's got the height. But no. A good effort, good attempt. Philosophical shrug of the shoulders from John, but it was a good effort. I don't think he's probably kicked goals in conditions like this in Australia down at the Illawarra club that he usually plays for. Back to Mike Smith. In his benefit season, this lad Smith, 10 years with the Hulkinson Rovers club, a fine servant to the club. Well, still all on anybody's ball. But James Leuluai to the rescue. To Crooks. How many times have we seen this strong skipper for Hull, this burly second row forward, having to come away, take the ball, take the pressure off the Hull line to Puckering.
You've got to also admire the tackling of Hull Kingston Rovers. They're a very, very well drilled side. They move back in the line, they move up in a line together, and really I can't see any way apart from kicking down the field which way Hull's going to get out of their own half.
To Laws. "15 minutes to go, and Hull must do something desperate if they're going to remain in the Challenge Cup for this year. Last year's runners-up. Out to Harkin. Oh, got a little dummy. Just couldn't get away there. Well held, well covered by Steve Norton, the Hull loose forward. Yes, good kick. Just found the touch. And a sensible kick keeps Hull Kingston Rovers on the attack.
I think this is where Hull Kingston Rovers are going to have the advantage where with the feeding of the scrums, you know, with Paul Harkin throwing it in, they're guaranteed to get the ball out. With Devoted putting in, you know, there's no guarantee, although they've got it this time. I think he's more surprised than anybody else.
Crooks to Proctor. And Hull really having difficulty getting out of this 25-30 yard area. None of the forwards really breaking the tackle. No.
I bet Stephen Norton, the number 13 on the floor now, is wishing that the sun had come out and dried his ground up immediately. He hates these conditions. You can see him. He must think, I'm in a different world in this game.
The sixth tackle. Back to Crooks. A good cover there. Not often you see a prop forward acting as a sweeping row, but good movement, good covering from Peter Johnson there, the Canterbury Bankstown prop. Brome. Mike Smith. Good ball, good backing up from Zuckerman. Oh, and a good run. Yes, and a better pass. But no. John Doherty dives over the line. Thought he'd scored, but no, forward pass. But a good run, good backing up there from Zuckerman. John Doherty just overrunning the play.
Zuckerman cannot believe he's lucky. What a tremendous play for a big lad. A lovely ball to John Doherty, but just look where Robin Whitfield was actually placed. He was banging line and a forward given a right decision.
Yes, good piece of refereeing, Alan.
Yes, because when a man makes a break, it's very difficult way.
Miller. He certainly takes some stopping this big, bulky loose forward. Rovers still on the attack. John Doherty. Well, John Doherty forced to give the ball up.
I think that's a very, very unlucky for Kingston Rovers. He's actually penalised Kingston Rovers for Hogan saying something to him while he was lying on the floor. Why he said that, I just cannot believe it. He's actually explaining there, and I don't think they can understand it.
Well, it's a relief as Paul Eastwood puts the touch. And it's a good kick from Eastwood. Puckering. We've continually seen these Hull forwards driving in, but we've seen them going down under these red and white jerseys. Play on. Oh, well picked up by Fairbairn.
they look a lot more sharp who comes from there. They look as though they want to do the job, and even now at this late stage of the game, they want to run with the ball more.
Harkin. To Miller. Harkin. Under 6 tackle. I think we'll see Hodgkinson Rovers put this ball downfield. No, just a little chip kick. I don't think Paul Harkin really had the time to launch himself into a kick there. I don't think he intended to do that. The referee, Mr. Whitfield, stopping the play, allowing substitute Gordon Smith to come on and Phil Hogan to come off. Well, what irony here, Alec. Another scrum half coming on. Hodgkinson Rovers have got 2 scrum halves on, and Hull haven't got 1.
Well, that's right. I bet they wish they could just say, can we swap places? Let him play number 7 for us. And look where he's gone, loose forward. Now this fella should be used to the slutch, because coming from New Zealand, there's plenty of it there.
To Prome. Oh, good break to Fairbairn. Beautifully timed pass. He must be in there, and he is. Copybook try for Mike Smith. Straight from the scrum. Well, we get a lot of people in rugby who say you can't score direct from a set scrum. You can if your backs are quick enough and they're clever enough and they lie in the right places. Superb passing out, and then that reverse pass to Mike Smith. It was a formality.
Well, what sheer enjoyment is this? This is rugby league at its very best. We never say you see a lot of good football. This is high-class football. A beautiful ball here from Gary Prome to George Fairbairn. Just watch the perfection. Michael Smith, does he like this? Just watch how far, who's coming, will I get there? And yes, he does.
And a nice try to score in your benefit season. But another kick that shouldn't present too many problems for Doherty. Moving up the goal-kicking chart, 76 now. It's there. 22 points to 0. 8 minutes to go in this first round of the Challenge Cup.
Nice story about him, Ray. When he was a boy playing for Yorkshire, I tried to sign him for my own club, St Helens, and offered to let him sleep at our house. That's how keen I was to sign this fella.
Well, he certainly repaid the Hodgkinson Rovers back for their trust in him. To Miller. Watkinson, good pass. Hull looking for their first points, looking for the first try. And a penalty. Yes, going into the tackle after the man was tackled. No need for it. Having a word with Miller. And Hull really nothing else they can do now other than to put the ball into touch, go for the positional advantage and look for the try. Pucker. Hull driving her forward into the corner, hoping to attract 2 or 3 of the Rovers forwards across, then move it across. But not with passing like that. The passing there, not sharp enough, not crisp enough to catch the defence out. to Crooks. It's a high one, but it's dead. And I think one or two ironical jeers from the Hull Kingston Rovers fans as David Laws looks for that high kick from Crooks. But I think Crooks has something of a dilemma on his hands. He's got to kick this ball. None of his forwards are finding a way through. There's little penetration from the half-back. And really, it's with kicking, it's the only way they're making progress on it.
Oh yes, and I think what you've got to say today is fighting a losing battle. And it's a long, long time since I've seen supporters from Hull just walking off the ground, knowing that their side have got no chance of reaching Wembley. But let's take nothing away from Hull Kingston Rovers. They've played magnificent today. They've attacked, they've run with the ball, and they've tackled.
I should think both sets of forwards very, very tired, would welcome a hot bath after this match. And devoted to Evans. Lee Crooks. Looking for support from Devotee, and he gets in. He's got O'Hara on the corner. He's got the speed, and he's in. Excellent try, but I think it's a try that indicates what Hull should have been doing long, long ago in this match. And it was significant, I think, that it took two loose forwards moving out wide to set up the try for O'Hara. Norton and Devotee, copybook loose forward play.
Well, this is good football from Hull again. Stevie Norton, the man who, this is what he does like doing best. Beautiful ball to Devotee, sees the gap, goes past Mike Smith. Now this is one fella who can finish off, and he finishes off very well. Round George Fairbairn, the line comes, and just comes quick enough.
Crooks takes the kick very, very quickly, and he gets it. So 6 points, consolation for Hull, but at 22-6 with 3 minutes left, it looks as if Hull Kingston Rovers are going into that draw. John Doherty taking his time. He knows the seconds are ticking away. But I think we should pay credit to both these sides. Very, very difficult conditions. Heavy underfoot, snow blustering about in the second half. Yet we've seen good handling to Mallinson. To Evans, to Crooks. And I think no one can say that this Hull skipper Lee Crooks hasn't given it his best. He's set a fine example. He's driven in when it's been necessary. He's kicked when the cover has been too strong. And he's going right to the end. Devotee. To Clark.
You'd have to say, Ray, that you know, Hull Kingston Rovers at this moment in time know they've got this game wrapped up. They're just going through the basics. You're fine, 4 or 5 drives, nothing silly. They know they've got the game wrapped up, and nobody can see them losing this game now.
To Kelly. Had a good, strong, forceful game, this lad, Andy Kelly, since the forced departure of Des Harrison with that broken arm. To Harkin. Weaving and dodging this little lad. Certainly given loose forward Steve Norton a handful this afternoon. Back to Doherty. And that's a good kick. John Doherty quite content just to push play into the Hull half.
I think the difference, Ray, during this game is these two half-backs. John Doré, who's won the man of the match and, thoroughly deserves it. He's had a tremendous game for Hull Kingston Rovers. And Arkin, they have dictated the play, and that's why they've had so much possession.
Stevie Evans. Oh, beautiful ball to Schofield, but just look at that tackle. Cockney boot tackle there from Gavin Miller, the loose forward. Any youngsters watching, looking at loose forward play, coming away from the scrum. Miller here, the number 13, came in a straight line, covered behind the first line, and took Schofield out. Luluai, Schofield again. Oh, getting bogged down. Into injury time now, really a forlorn hope for Hull. And a difficult ball for Lee Crooks to take. So Hull, the runners-up in that dramatic final at Wembley last year. We won't be seeing them there. And Hull Kingston Rovers beginning the long trek.
And I think also, Ray, it's going to take a good side to shift this Hull Kingston Rovers side. They're a very, very strong side. They do the basics right. They've got some good attacking footballers, and they're very well disciplined.
Yes, and Hull Kingston Rovers just holding on to the ball, absorbing the 6 tackles here. They know we're into injury time, waiting for the hooter to Fairburn. Doré. Tohara. Not seen a lot of this New Zealand Test winger this afternoon, but he took his one chance very, very well, snapped up the try.
I think Hull, Ray, in the last few minutes have started playing the best football they've played all the game. I think it's far too late, and I only look back and wonder.
Luluai. No way through for Gary Schofield. Luluai again. Credit to Hull, still trying to move the ball and get another 6 tackles. The ball came off a Hull Kingston Rovers man, Mike Smith. So 6 more tackles to Hull. To Norton. Crooks looking for support, but finds Donoghue.
I don't think he expected that kind of support, Ray.
Well, support or not, man of the match there, John Donoghue. He'll be delighted with that result, and Hull failing to reach the second round of the Challenge Cup for the first time in 10 years, but I'm sure Hull Kingston's coach Roger Millward will be delighted with this 22 points to 6 victory.
KR go through pretty comfortably. We're about to bring you the they last won the cup way back